Imagine a world with no machines to weave fabric, no railroads, no electric lights, and no factories producing goods on a massive scale. Just over 250 years ago, that was reality. Life was slow, handmade, and local, until everything changed. This change, the Industrial Revolution, would turn society upside down, transforming daily life in ways people could hardly imagine. Let's take a trip back in time to 18th century Britain, where it all began. But why Britain? What made it the perfect place for a revolution in industry? Well, it had the perfect mix of resources: coal and iron for machines, colonies providing raw materials like cotton, and a growing population looking for work after new farming techniques freed up labor. It was like Britain had all the ingredients for a massive recipe for change, and change it did. The beating heart of this revolution was the steam engine. Picture this. It's the 1760s, and James Watt invents an engine that harnesses the power of steam to drive machinery. Suddenly, industries weren't just limited to human or animal power. They could produce on a whole new scale. Factories filled with new machines like the spinning jenny and the power loom started producing textiles at a pace never seen before. Clothes, fabrics, and goods became cheaper, faster to make, and more accessible to people than ever. But with these new machines came a new kind of building: factories. And factories needed people. Lots of people. Small rural towns exploded into massive industrial cities almost overnight. People flooded to places like Manchester and Liverpool, hoping for a better life and steady work. But life in these new cities was anything but easy. Imagine dark, smoky air and factory floors packed with people working long hours, sometimes 12 to 16 hours a day. Even children as young as 6 were working dangerous jobs to help support their families. Factory work was brutal and often dangerous, and it made for a tough life. But people didn't have many options. City life was rough too. Overcrowded and unsanitary housing turned entire neighborhoods into breeding grounds for disease. The contrast was sharp. While the wealthy lived comfortably, the poor often struggled to survive, all while fueling the industrial machine that was changing the world. Then, as the need for faster movement of goods and people grew, another wave of innovation arrived: steam-powered transportation. Imagine going from a world where horses were the fastest way to travel to the invention of steam trains and steamships. The first passenger railway opened in 1825, making it possible to travel miles in a fraction of the time. Railways became the highways of the 19th century, connecting cities, moving goods, and making travel accessible for the masses. So, what was the true impact of the Industrial Revolution? It completely changed the game. It set the foundation for the world we live in today, with our cities, our economy, and our technology. But it also opened our eyes to the need for worker rights and awareness of environmental impacts, issues that still shape our world today. The Industrial Revolution wasn't just about machines. It was about people, cities, ideas, and the start of a new world. Imagine living through that time, a world of both endless possibilities and harsh realities. This was a revolution in every sense, a time that pushed human potential to new heights, but also exposed our limits and challenges. Thanks for joining us on this journey through one of the most transformative periods in history. If you enjoyed learning about how the Industrial Revolution shaped our modern world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more incredible stories from the past.